Libra, let's take a look at where you may be focusing your energy now that Mercury is stationed direct. All right, so post-retrograde check-in for Libra. All right, Dark Angel, Libra, is the card that we have for you, card number 30. All right, Dark Angel and Libra. I feel like with this card, there's a certain, okay, Libra, so there's a certain natural empathy that you carry. I feel like many of you are like really sensitive, deep empaths. And then Libra, during this time when Mercury is stationing direct, based on what you've been through in life, or especially even through this retrograde period, I feel like that those experiences have turned you a little bit dark, Libra, into what I would feel is like a dark empath. And this is not to say that you don't have empathy for others, Libra, but I do get the feeling to where it's just like, you know what? Yes, you do have empathy for others, but you're not going to allow this empathy to create a soft spot within you to be taken advantage of anymore, or to be used, or worse, or or abused. Okay, this is where you are going to choose to indulge in the things that provide you with pleasure, right? The things that make you feel good. And Libra, maybe some of you may think of this as just like a selfish energy, but I don't see it as a selfish energy, Libra. I just feel it's more like, finally, Libra, you're paying attention to yourself. Okay, you're indulging in your needs and in your wants, finally. Okay, and some of you maybe even for the first time, because you've been so caught up in people pleasing and trying to attune yourself to everybody else's needs and to everybody else's desires, or what have you. Where was that for yourself? And Libra, I feel like now you're learning, maybe even still struggling with how to do that for yourself. Okay. And then we have card number 2 here, which is Second Ray of Wisdom. And then that was actually followed by the First Ray of Power. Okay. And so Libra, I do get the sense where this is a very like cosmic force, right? Or a cosmic awakening that you're having that is saying, love on yourself. Okay. Focus on your own power. Okay. And knowledge as well. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Oh, and look, interesting. So the first ray of power, right? Number 1. Second ray of wisdom, number 2. And then Dark Angel is 30. So 3. So 1, 2, 3. Libra. Or 3, 2, 1, depending on how it came out. I think it came out the other way. All right. By the way, Libra, thank y'all so much for being here. Go ahead and please give a like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, hype, boost, all those things, right? All those things. Do it here on my YouTube and on my TikTok and on my Instagram. I know it's like, it's crazy I have to say those things, but if I don't, then it's like the messages don't get out there. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles here, Libra. The message that I get here is, I'm hearing self-sacrifice, but this is really more so of you choosing to seclude yourself from others. You choosing to be the one that everybody's missing, right? You know how people have to go without things? You're choosing to be the thing that people have to go without. And, they can get over it, okay? Because, you know what? You're trying to heal something here, Libra, okay? Two of Swords. Not only are you trying to heal something, there's choices to be made, okay? Or there's a choice, right, to be made, a direction that you need to go. Maybe even different perspectives, rather. I feel like, actually, that's more accurate. It feels like it feels like, Libra, there's some cognitive dissonance going on in your psyche, right, where you're trying to hold two truths. And the thing is that it's two things can be true, all right, Libra, and you just have to kind of figure out maybe what feels more true to you. Okay, we do have the King of Pentacles here, Libra. So I do feel like this is a time where you are quite stable, and it's like, you know, you're not hurting for nothing. Okay, you have what you need. All right, or you're making sure that you have what you need, because it kind of falls here under this dark angel energy. So maybe this is you being, choosing to be a little bit stingy about where you invest, okay? Or just making sure that, you have what you need at home, okay? Two of Pentacles here. Yeah, Two of Pentacles here right under the Five of Pentacles. Okay, Libra, I think that this is a time where you're learning, like, if people don't have any value for you, then if people can't show you that they had value for you while they were around, then what's the point of you being all sad or being all offended that, I decide to remove myself and take myself out of the equation, right? Oh, now you miss me. Yeah. But when I was there and when I was prioritizing you over myself, everything was fine. We have the Queen of Swords here under the Two of Swords. Okay, Libra, this Queen of Swords energy here I think is a beautiful card, because this is letting me know, Libra, that at least you see things for what it is. Even if maybe you arrived late to the conclusion, okay? At least you're seeing things for what it is now, or you're about to, okay? And no, it may not make the choice that much easier to make, or it may not make, what you have to do all that easier, but at least you'll understand more the reasons why you have to do what you have to do. Okay. And to me, when I say what you do what you have to do, when I say that, it feels like the energy that, like I said, you have to really just care about yourself. You have to almost kind of care about yourself during this time more than you care about others, Libra. And it's all of this, right? All this almost 10 minutes of talking, basically just to say that is the message, is you need to care about yourself more than you care about others. And this is not to say that you shouldn't have empathy for others. You can have empathy for others, but also understand that, you gotta, hey, you life is life, and for everybody, you included. All right. The Ace of Wands here is the next card. And the Ace of Wands does show up here under the King of Pentacles. The message that I hear here is, I'm hearing like you can show someone the way. Okay? Maybe you can show someone the way. Maybe you can leave something behind to let someone know that you were there, right? To let someone know that, or maybe even to let yourself know that it's like a marker for yourself or a marker for others to say, hey, I was here, okay? And, now I'm going to elevate to a different position, or I'm going to elevate elsewhere, or I'm going to, I'm getting over this hill in some sort of way, but I'm going to leave something behind to let others know that I was here, or that this is the way. And even still, it's like Libra, that's still you thinking of others. Even still. But it makes sense because the final card here, I said the other card was the final card, but the for real final card here being the Ten of Wands, it makes sense because this Ten of Wands energy is about laying down your burdens, Libra. Okay? And I think that for many of you, you've noticed how during this retrograde period that you take on other people's burdens. You take on other people's burdens, and it's because you have a particular empathy for those people that it's like you're doing for others what you wished people could have done for you. Okay? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, Libra, you can't save everybody. You cannot save everybody. Okay? And everybody doesn't deserve to eat from your table. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and let it go there, Libra. Thank y'all so much for y'all's time. I truly appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next message. Bye.